William Lee, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here on a beautiful autumn day.
Oh, it is beautiful. I can't believe we really haven't had any cold weather yet, one heavy frost, but other than that, it's just been beautiful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind this all year round. How you been doing?
I've been doing great.
Been busy touring?
Yes, we've had a real busy summer, and things are starting to slow down here after this week. But, yeah, it's been a busy year, actually.
Well, you're headed for Fairfield, Indiana, right? Or Illinois?
Illinois tomorrow.
With your boys?
Yes, with the Goldens, and also Charlie Daniels is on that show. I think we're fronting for Charlie Daniels' show.
Fantastic. He is a nice man, too.
Yes, he
really
is.
Enjoyed working with him. Okay, what have you been up to other than being on tour?
Well, this year, that's kind of been it, Earlier in the year, we had a video that did real well, and since then, I really haven't been back in the studio recording or doing any other videos. My sons have been doing a new video, and so during that time, I kind of take off and go back to the farm and work some with. I've got some cows down on the family farm that I grew up on.
That's your relaxation?
Yeah, that, and kind of going camping and rendezvousing sometimes. I enjoy that too, and so. But the summer, the touring is what we really enjoy, and being able to sing our music and to meet the people.
Right. Well, you said about rendezvousing. You have a new, well, not brand new, but I would say still on your honeymoon, a new bride, right?
Well, my bride, yeah. Almost 2 years. It will be the first part of January. The 5th of January will be 2 years that we were married.
Right, and I understand she got a real good idea for something out in your yard.
Well, it was a thing, you're talking about the wood carving that a friend of ours did on one of our hackberry trees.
Hackberry. I never heard of a hackberry tree.
Yeah, they have them in Tennessee.
Okay.
And it's a huge tree. And a friend of ours from up in the Smoky Mountains, the Great Smoky Mountains, Roger Webb is his name. And he's a wood carver that does all different sizes of wood carvings. And so we had seen some of his work and got to meet him and got to know him some, and he had visited our home, and we saw some work that he had done this to trees, but never one quite as big as we asked him to do. And the one he carved on our hackberry tree is 8 foot from the top of the hair to the bottom of the beard.
Oh.
So it's a huge carving, kind of an intricate wood carving of what they call a spirit face of Father Time.
Right, and I would kind of think when you looked at it, you could probably see a little bit of William Lee in it, right?
Well, some people think it would kind of favor a little bit.
Right. Okay, do you have anything, any recording that you're planning on doing, or?
Well, there's a brand new song that I've recently found and that I've been singing for the past couple of months. A couple of writers in Nashville wrote it. And it's a song about family. It's about fatherhood and about babies and watching them grow up and them wanting to be just like me. And so that's the title of the song, is called Just Like Me.
Okay, and speaking of fathers and babies, Russ and Christy, Chris and Rusty, did they take after you? I'm telling you, they are a trip. They are really great guys.
Yeah, they're real good boys.
Take after their father?
Well, maybe a little bit, and their mother and their grandparents, so they all had a lot of influence on them when they were growing up, because looking back on it, I was away from home about 250 days a year.
Right.
So I felt like then, and looking back on it, you wonder about what kind of father you are being away from home that much. And it was a thing that you were always concerned about. But then to have them to grow up and to want to be involved with the same business that I've chosen, and to be involved with music, it's a great thrill to me to have them to want to follow in my footsteps musically. And so I see 2 boys there. I've got 3 sons, but two of them there are just musically real talented, you know, much more talented than I am, for sure. And so I respect their talent and their genuine good spirit about their musical
Right.
talents, and they're wanting to achieve things, you know, in the business and to be professional musicians and singers. And so that's good. I appreciate that now, you know, because they could have gone in a lot of different directions.
That's right.
Because I wasn't there every day when they were growing up to try to guide them, you know. But occasionally I would be able to take one of them out on a weekend trip with me, so they would all get used to being out on the road, you know, when they were kids growing up. And
Okay, now they both write, Rusty, I guess, more than Chris. Did he ever try to throw you a song, or did you ever do any of his?
yes, we did. In fact, I recorded a song that Rusty wrote that was a title song of an album, the second Christmas album that I did with the Oak Ridge Boys. It was called It's Christmas Again.
Okay.
And Rusty wrote that song, and it wound up being a gold record for us at the time we recorded it.
That's fantastic. Well, William Lee, I want to thank you for being with us today. And we're going to go back to the show with a video that you said was shot near your home?
It was around the home that I grew up in down south. In fact, my mother waves at me. She waves bye to me when I'm leaving the old place there. And it starts out at a scene. It was where my Grandpa Morgan and Grandma Morgan used to live. It's the house that my mother grew up in when she was a child. And we start the video out at that scene, and then we leave and we take it down by the fields of the home place of where my mother still lives, where my dad's farm was. And so, yeah, it takes me back home because I went back home to do the video. So it's has a lot of great memories to me, you know.
Right. Well, how about take us back to the show by introducing the video?
It's a song that, thanks to all the people that wrote and requested it on the national video countdown. Last year, it ended the year as the #1 video in the nation and started the year with the #1 video in the nation, and it's called the Louisiana Red Dirt Highway.
Driveway past an old tar paper shack, standing at her mailbox, an old woman waves as I look back. I'm gonna miss my family, and I'll need all the letters that they'll send. Gonna be a long time before I travel down this red dirt road again. Louisiana Red Dirt Highway, I've been down a million times, with the tin barns and the pine trees. I'm gonna take them with me in my mind. I'm gonna take them to the city, where a man can make good money, so they say. I'm already pretty lonesome, and my tires ain't even slung off all the clay. The mud grips would make their own designs, and they'd zigzag for miles. And the one-lane bridge that runs across the creek that I swam in as a child. The sawmill was 30 miles away, and my daddy brought it wood. dirt highway. I've been down a million times where the tin barns and the pine trees. I'm gonna take them with me in my mind. I'm gonna take them to the city where a man can make good money, so they say. I'm already pretty lonesome and my tires ain't even slung off all the clay. Hey, hey, I'm already pretty lonesome and my tires ain't even slung off all the clay.